hard landing is very likely because the labor market has gotten too tight.
This is an environment where the bond market vigilantes are back.
You're seeing spreads stay wide and stay sticky.
The Fed is, with the jobs report, is really indicating that they'll probably continue on hiking in a more aggressive fashion.
I think there's worse to come for the market, unfortunately.
So the time is just after 9 a.m. Entered a trade about 20 minutes ago on the New Zealand dollar, so I am shorting that. Got some really nice rejection from the UK pivot, came down nicely into some profit, but we are looking like we're getting a bit of a retracement as cable was starting to rally a bit. Still fairly confident in the trade, we're getting some nice rejection here, so yeah, this should be looking for a continuation back down. I've got my take profit set at a 1.5 to 1, just above S1 here. So yeah, that should come in nicely. So keep you updated as the trade goes on throughout the day.
So I guess now I feel a lot more confident when it comes to entering trades. Prior to the show, I had a lot more emotion and a lot more anxiety probably behind entering the trades. But personally, my trading so far has actually been going really well. I'm up 3% on the account. I'm on a good win streak of 6 trades, and I'm in a trade now which is looking good. So fingers crossed that one plays through. Statistically, I know I'm probably due a loss, but just keeping my head on, staying confident, and hopefully, yeah, we can keep adding the percents onto the account. Both the trades went absolutely great yesterday for me. My cable was set at a 1.5 RR, and my Swissy was a 1-to-1. Sam came out yesterday and told us that we had to move all of our 1-to-1s to a 1.5.
Make sure you stick to that 1.5 profit factor minimum, yeah? Because everybody that's going for a 1-to-1, if you imagine one day you win one, the next day you lose one, your third day you're back at where you started, it's pointless. Whereas if you stick to the 1.5s and 2s, you can rack up a few losses and it won't make a difference.
So I was a bit apprehensive on the Swissy because I only initially intended it to really get to a 1-to-1. It was kind of topping out. So I closed both of my trades right at the end of the day. I don't really want to carry my trades into the night. I kind of want to have a fresh mind and relax in the evening, ready for the next day. So I confidently closed both trades at a 1.4 to 1. So I'm really happy with that. And it worked out very well for myself. I checked the trades throughout the night and the charts, and they were starting to reverse for a pullback or a short-term relief rally. So yeah, over the moon with the trade yesterday.
So I've took out a EU-USD short this morning. Currently running about, 0.5% in profit. We got on at basically the UK pivot. All the time frames aligned with a sell. Come to a nice block of resistance, got a nice bearish bar. Clusters were going off. And so we've got in on the sell, looking for a 2-to-1. The daily, the hourly, the 15, the 5, they all start telling me to sell it. It hit the UK pivot. Nice resistance at the top there. Clusters were going off. Yeah, and we've got a nice bearish bar that we've got on.
Taken a small position this morning, well, same position as I'd always take, which is 1%, but on the 5-minute chart on euro dollar, rejected the UK pivot just here, pin bar, cluster confirmation, previous support bouncing almost 4 times now. Just got in a little bit late, a few pips after I'd ideally would have liked to, but targeting a 1.5 to 1. It stops above previous highs. Yeah, see how it pans out.
I've been a little bit hasty with 2 or 3 positions. All my trades have been following the daily EMAs, following the rules, been a good reward to risk. A little bit more patience would definitely go a long way, I think. I think I've definitely been a bit unfortunate, as I've seen a few trades that on the floor that didn't really make sense to me. But at the end of the day, it's about winning trades. It's about progressing, right? So got to start performing, and that's as simple as it is. I would say that my trading performance up until now has shown that definitely one of the weakest in that regards. All I can do is continue to follow the rules, and as long as the trades that I'm taking are validated by the guys upstairs, then I guess I just got to stick at it and hopefully things turn around.
I took a short position on NZDUSD this morning, right here at these 3 bearish pin bars. I entered in on the close of the second one there, and we're looking to go for a 2-to-1. All of these alerts, these orange lines, are just for 1-to-1, 1.5-to-1, 2-to-1. Once it reaches a 1.5-to-1 and I start to see some bullish pin bars or anything like that, that'd be a scenario we're able to go ahead and close because you've met the parameters for the risk reward that we have here. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with the trade. If there's no sign of reversal at 1 to 1.5, then I'll just hold for the 2-to-1 because it increases your risk reward ratio over time and the probabilities that come with that. Yeah, there were a couple of setups. I'm not looking at the yen pairs because I don't feel like they're flowing as well as the other pairs. And basically every single other pair they're able to trade is heavily correlated with the New Zealand dollar. So just sitting back, waiting on this trade for the rest of the day. And if it closes out either way at that point, I'll go ahead and start looking for other positions. But at the moment, this is the only one that I'm monitoring. Target, probably to get back to break even. I'm down about 3% from last week. Last 2 trades have been successful. Lost the first couple trades in a row. So get back up. Maybe if I do 2-to-1s, we have about 3 more active trading days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we could get 2% up if everything goes according to plan. But just get out of the rut that I was in. And just keep coming in every single day following the plan, and over time the probability should work out if everything aligns and I'm taking accurate setups.
9:15. Feel like I missed an entry on euro dollar earlier, although it looks like we're about to come in and test this sort of supply zone. So hopefully I can get my entry in the next 5-10 minutes. And I want to get short from this area here and try and ride down towards S1 and just past these lows here. So hopefully a 2-to-1.
Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning. Feeling good, feeling fresh. We have entered the first position of the day, being the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar here. This is my entry, this green line here. Stop loss above this wick here, 15 pip stop, targeting a 30 pip TP for a 2-to-1. Entered, went down to about $60 in profit, now around my entry price. But happy with the trade. I saw a nice little retracement from this resistance zone up to here, up to the 50 and 200 EMA on the 5, so we'll let it run and see where it takes us. Are you in any trades right now?
Yeah.
What are you in, mate?
EU USD, so.
When did you get in? Okay, somewhere.
That bearish bar there.
You're going to be waiting all day, no?
Yeah. Let's come down to here somewhere.
Nice, mate. Yeah. Very nice. I'm just in a New Zealand dollar, US dollar short, 1%.
Yeah. It moves a bit quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah, they move the same really, so if it goes in our favour, we'll both be up. Yeah, very, very good. Very good. Good start to Tuesday morning.
Did you have a winner yesterday? Percent up. I was 0.5%.
I'm more a backbone trader, so the scalping technique is something I learn, and some chart pictures are similar to chart pictures I see here, and I see how it went there, and things are repetitive, so I compare. As soon as I see a chance to even hit a scalping entry, I do it, yeah. And it looks good for New Zealand dollar, US dollar right now, because before the take profit zone was not in a 2-to-1, more in a 1-to-5, and I don't even go in trades like that. So now it makes another nice pullback, and let's see how it ends. It looks good that on the next candle I step in. For short, yes, for short. The US dollar gets strength again, and so we go short.
Euro USD, yeah? Short.
Short, yeah.
Lovely
yeah,
trade.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Beautiful entry I can see there. Stunning.
Thanks, you know, I had a good teacher, you know.
I can agree. I can agree with that.
I recommend reading around the subject as well.
Yeah? Oh. Take that on board, I think.
It just needs to be get past this 15-minute, 50 moving average.
It'd be nice if it closes beneath this trend line, though. It comes down. That candle there.
Oh yeah, well it'd be nice if that closes somewhere down there.
Yeah.
On the screen.
What's your S1? 2 to 1?
2 to 1, yeah.
Lovely
That's
stuff.
what we were told to do, weren't it? Yeah.
Mine's
maybe I could have had a shorter stop.
Oh well.
But I'll just put it above this moving average here.
I think that's a good stop loss you got there, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Thanks, mate.
She's coming down nice there, isn't she?
Cheers, mate.
So you reckon you can beat these guys in trading? I'm going to give you a 100k trading account in prizes for free in my latest trading challenge. The link is pinned in the comments below. Make sure you enter, and once you do, leave a comment saying entered and hit that subscribe button to show some support.
Down on the 5 minute.
That was a nice pin bar on the 15.
Yeah, little pin bar on the 5 minute, followed by some bearish action. But yeah, I mean it's starting to sort of reject these EMAs, so we'll see how this 15-minute candle closes. It'll be interesting to see how the market takes that, because I kind of think we could see a bit of a move up to the R1, but it was a valid setup, so I thought I had to take it really.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
This resistance keeps a nice lid on the price, actually.
It's just how this next 15 minutes really ends. See, it's rejecting these EMAs quite aggressively. Sit on your hands and let the market do what it wants to do.
It's a 2 to 1.
1.5 to 1. Yeah, it was, because I was slightly late, it meant that I wasn't able to get the risk that I wanted. So you're in a
I'm still holding, yeah.
I think Zolt is doing pretty well. I think he's 2 or 3% up, so strong performance from him.
Stick to the rules. I've been told much as it possible, as I can. So I'm really focusing on to find the valid trade, what has been taught and shown to us, and the risk management, which is very important on the long term.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I thought that euro dollar would be the best option, as it's the European session.
Yeah.
Would have the most liquidity involved. And yeah, we've not really been seeing very many pullbacks, so I'm just sort of going with market sort of structure, which is that we've been getting sort of 40 pip pullbacks, 50 pip pullbacks, sort of low to high 50 pips, low to high 60 pips.
Yeah.
So then we had same thing again, sort of low to high 55 pips. So it's right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So we got into a trade New Zealand dollar, US dollar. We took a short position right in here. We had strong confirmation that we have resistance off the UK pivot. I waited for the bearish candle to close and then hopped in for a 15 pip stop loss just above the UK pivot, and we're aiming for 2 to 1 at the weekly low here. It's been pretty strong with our trend line here, just rejecting off of it. We have a pretty good push right now. We'll see how it goes. But on the hourly as well, we got a 50% pullback, and then we're just hoping it continues down in the way it's been going. I'm not too worried right now. We're just gonna let it play out. Yeah, I've been entering on 15s. I find the 5s are just a little too crazy for me. There's no really good confirmation off 5s, in my opinion, unless you're going for really short stop losses, take profits. So I just waited for the 15-minute to close here, and that's where I entered. pretty big drawdown right now, about 0.5%, but we'll let the time go because there's been a bunch of times where I've got into a trade, drawn down, and then went my way in the end. So we're not going to panic and get out early. We're just going to sit and let this trade finish up.
Okay, everybody listen up. Noticing some mistakes. Some people's focus is coming off the ball at the moment, so I just want to address a few things. First of all, we've got the top 4, so I'm just going to go through and tell you who's doing the best at the moment. So in first place we've got Paul. Congrats, doing really, really well. So we're going to move you up to 60k now. Okay, so a nice jump up, so moving up to 60k. So Paul's in first place. Second place we've got Zolt. Great trades, good risk management. We're going to move you up to 50k. Third place we've got Aaron. Been watching the trades. Try not to do too tight stop losses. There's quite a few of you actually. They've got tight stops on New Zealand dollar. It's not going to pan out well if it's too tight, yeah? So Aaron, we're moving you up to 40k, so that puts you in third place. Abdul, we've noticed some good turnaround in trades. We're going to move you up to 30k, so that puts you into fourth place. For everybody else, at this moment in time, we're still seeing a few errors, either with tight stop losses, or for example, Tibor closing a trade below 1% risk. Perfectly fine trade, but you closed it out for a loss, so we're just closing losses for the sake of it, so we don't want to do that. So if you're going to take a trade, commit to it. It should either be your 1% loss or it should be coming out at where your take profit is, yeah? So we don't want to lose money just for the sake of it. Focus on your own trading, your own performance. That's what's going to make the difference. Let's get going. Well done, those guys that have been moved up.
It just shows that I'm following the process, doing things right, and the guys are liking the trades that I'm taking. Shows a bit of trust.
Obviously been recognised for some good trades, and they're confident for me to manage some more funds, so yeah, I'm feeling really good about that.
Well, I'm very happy about it. I didn't expect anything like this, but honestly, it's what a good feeling. So thank you very much.
To be honest, I was looking forward to be moved up in the account because I felt that I'm confident, I'm following the rules, and I just know to stick to the same thing that I'm just doing, and it's just an upgrade for the higher account.
All right, so we got stopped out of our Kiwi trade here. In the last half hour, we got a huge wick that just shot up about 20 pips. Let's see, it's hidden about 22.5 pips. Took us right out. Our stop loss was 15 pips, so didn't really stand a chance there. Looking at it right now, it looks like it's starting to trend going upwards. It may be a reversal on the movement for the day, so we're going to leave this one for the rest of the day and look for options in other currency pairs.
Weekly lows, I'd say, which actually very, say 85, let's just say 90 pips. Yeah, 90 pips. So you can go 45 pips above that, which is well safe, I found. It's not quite above the weekly high, but as safe as ours is. That's quite a 2 to 1, that is. So I'd work out your calculation and just fire personally, because you ticked all the boxes. Wait for
it's this trend line as well. So
wait for a bearish candle, just for confirmation, and then boom.
Got the pin bar on the 5 minute here as well. So I got in on this Kiwi trade about 20 minutes ago. Looking to short down to the weekly lows for a 2 to 1. Saw this nice big bearish pin bar here, another one here, but I hadn't sort of got in my entry in time, so price did actually pull back to the pivot where I thought I'd try and get my entry. I've got in, and currently we're actually breaking above. I've got quite a healthy stop loss in place, so hopefully that will protect it enough for the trade to run down to where I intend it to go.
My first trade for the day has been stopped out at 15 pips. Saw some speed and aggression to the upside, splashed me out. So yeah, that's 1% down for the day, unfortunately. So wiped out the losses for the week, the wins, sorry. But I am seeing a next setup on dollar Swissy if you look here, this is the 15-minute chart right now. Saw it hit this resistance level, nice pullback to the 200 EMA. So potentially looking for longs as the daily trend is bullish and so is the 15. But until I see some other confluences, I won't be taking any positions until then. But yeah, we saw a lot of consolidation here, so didn't really know what to expect, but whether it was a rushed entry, that's up for debate. Could have been, maybe if I look at the longer time frames and be more patient, I could have got a better entry and yeah, wait for a move to the downside, but unfortunately that is how the markets work, and that one didn't go in my favor.
I don't even look at gold because I know how crazy it moves, so I just stick to currencies.
Not today.
Fall on the king account. Good work, mate.
Anyway, I'm due a winner now. Due a winner on the big account. So let's rock it.
Yeah, I'm shitting it. Yeah, pressure's mounting. The responsibility of this big account is weighing on my shoulders, yeah. But just stick to the plan. Hopefully, the law of averages pan out and we will be profitable. This is looking like a good trade. Just going for the 1.1 to 0.1 to 1.6, I think. When I get to 1,000, take profit on this trend line. I expect it to hit that and then bounce off it. More confident it'll hit my take profit than stop loss at this moment. It's a bit more nerve-wracking watching these numbers go up and down so much, but you know, trust the process.
Everyone's sort of having a bit of a tough day today. Seeing lots of downward movements on the euro dollar even this morning, and price is currently reversing. I'm in a short position, which is not too far from stop loss. I'm hoping I can get some protection by the trend line and the R1 resistance level. I've sort of been waiting for my entry for quite some time, to be fair, and I got in on this bearish pin bar here. But as you can see, the following candle is...
Which is a great entry, you know?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong with the entry.
Seems to be just some unexpected bullish behaviour on most
to be
of the
fair,
pairs. So.
You could say yes, perhaps price is pulling back to this trend line, which on the hourly. Yeah, so we're up at the trend line here. Perhaps a bit of a premature entry there. But I feel like it was okay to take it. So yeah, we're just gonna sort of hope we stay in, and price sort of heads back in the intended direction.
I was in a New Zealand dollar short. I think a few of us were. We started off really well, but then we did have some news for the euro, which I think has just affected a lot of pairs. The Aussie dollar was starting to rally as well, so that's going to naturally bring New Zealand with it. So yeah, you know, unfortunately we have these days. Market's just going to give you what it gives you, and yeah, I think all of us have just been unlucky today, and we take it and we move forward. So we've had days now of just strong bearish price action. So you know, we're well due for some sort of relief rally or short-term pullback. So you know, it was going to happen one day this week, and just so happens it was today. So we just have to regather our thoughts and yeah.
Try and find some new trades.
Look at what options
are going to make you some money.
So if you love trading like I do and my team, and you want to become more qualified, we offer a level 5 and level 7 diploma. Now this is the exact same as a master's degree equivalent. If you want to find out how to get more qualified in trading, check the link in the description and show some support by hitting that subscribe button.
So 2 trades hit stop loss today by about 4 pips on both of them. Quite frustrating.
Do you want to whack them up?
Yeah, so euro dollar was on the 5 minutes. Was a little bit late, but gave myself a 1.5 to 1 above the previous highs. Got tagged out by 4 pips before it came back in my direction.
Yeah.
5 pips. So I'm not really sure if that was a mistake on my half. Maybe sticking to a higher time frame would be more optimal.
Yeah, so obviously you got this resistance here.
Yeah.
It's like also got resistance support here as well.
Okay.
It's a difficult one because obviously you went on a 5 minute. Like I say, you didn't get the best entry, and then you had quite a tight stop. And yesterday, was it yesterday or Friday? Yesterday, it spiked, did the same thing. See how it's respecting this level, and it spiked up above it, and then came straight back below it. So ideally, you would have had your stop loss higher.
Yeah, above R1,
yeah.
or just not taking the position.
So you still have like, or not take the, because if the, 38 pips, still lows. So just got a 1-to-1 at S1. Yeah, it's just, in my opinion, it's just quite choppy around here. But obviously you're just looking for like a little scalp in and out.
15-minute pin bar, RSI was overbought. Hit the trend line, I drew in, and support and resistance, and EMA. I put my stop 5 pips above R1.
Yeah, you're unlucky there, right?
And
is that 5 pips above?
Yeah. 5 pips above is where my stop was, and then it went 3 pips above that, and then 3 pips. But yeah, my stop was a nice wide 50 pips for a 1.5 to 1. But yeah, so then got tagged out on that, and now I'm in pound dollar, which, well, on the hourly it looks pretty good. So it was a nice pin bar, backbone setup. And then an entry on the 15-minute, just a rejection off R1 cluster as well. So see if it pans out. I don't feel like I've made any terrible mistakes as of yet. So hopefully the tables will turn. Yeah, man, 8 for 0, which is a bit embarrassing if I'm honest. Looks like. But I think it's very, very improbable. 8 trades, 8 losses, and I'm down 8%. Not much I can do about it. I followed the rules. I think 1 trade I was a little bit impatient on. 1 trade my stop loss was a little bit too tight, but the other 6 were trades I'd probably take again. I was a little bit frustrated this morning. In hindsight, I think maybe 5-minute trades is not a time frame that I'm going to focus on. 15 minutes and hourly is what I'll be looking at moving forward. But I feel fairly positive still. It's only 4 trades to get back to break even. And if you can lose 8 trades in a row, you can definitely win 8 trades in a row. So I have to stay patient, look for quality over quantity, and yeah, just have clean setups, and it will turn around eventually. So I don't think any of my trades were big mistakes. I think I've gone through a few trades with both Elliot and Sam, and there were a few small tweaks that I need to make, but I think they've also said that I've been a little bit unlucky as well. So hopefully there's enough there to show that I can see what's going on in the markets, and I've just been a bit unlucky. I don't think 8 losses is maybe justified, but it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and I've got to take it on the chin, take the lessons from the last 7-8 days in the markets, and come back fresh tomorrow morning and take excellent setups, and that's it. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. I knew there'd be bumps in the road, so a few losses is not going to sway me away from why I'm here. I'm here to compete, I'm here to win. I'm not here to quit after a few hard days in the market. I think it's likely that anybody at some point is going to get into a drawdown. I just have to make sure that I take quality over quantity and focus on good setups, as I said. And I believe that probability will turn around in the long run, and I will get back to break even and then in profit, hopefully by the end of next week. So fingers crossed, and that's all I can do.
I found an entry here. It was a perfect, even there, bearish candle, and it made up this move to the top. I got stopped out, and I was following it. RSI was at 63.3, so that was where I was a little bit.
Which time frame did you try and take on?
I think that was let me see. I wanted to scalp that 15-minute, yeah.
So what was your entry confirmation?
My entry confirmation was this. It was a bearish candle, and
it's not a bearish candle.
It moved to a bullish candle.
Yeah. So you have to wait for the candle to close. It could have been bearish at the time you entered, but by the time it's closed, which is that's the confirmation of the candle closing, and it's bullish. So you want it to close bearish.
Okay.
So if you'd entered here, for example, that's more of a valid entry, whereas it's then just sort of gone sideways, and then if anything, it's like holding above your trend line.
Yeah. So that was my now I'm with a new information because right now I thought the confirmation candle closed is just for the backbone and not for even scalping.
No,
but I was not into scalping so much before. Yeah. Executing time frame.
Yeah, so bearish bar, bearish
I got
bar.
it here too. Yeah, bearish bar.
So you always wait for the candle confirmation. You have to wait for the candle to close. Because like you say, it was bearish when you took it, but then by the time it closed, it was bullish.
Yeah, that was my mistake. That was my mistake on that morning. And now I waited until I have a nice backbone setup. We go from now on.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not take attention about this confirmation candle.
So you'll see as well, towards the close of the candle, you'll see like more volume coming in where they're trying to buyers and sellers are trying to battle for a bullish or bearish close. So.
Yep. So I've just been stopped out for my second trade of the day. Unfortunately, it's euro dollar. Got in short here a while back off this pin bar. Saw a bit of a push up straight after and then a pull back down, but we are completely bullish, it seems, for the rest of the day. There's quite a lot of bullish momentum heading back up, so unfortunately that's me 2% down on the day. Yeah, it's trading for you, unfortunately, but so hopefully tomorrow come back and just try and keep a positive mindset and just pick the best setups and take them. It's absolutely pushing here now, straight past the weekly high. I imagine a lot of stops are getting hit right now. Yeah, 2% down on the day, unfortunately. Tomorrow we come back. We've got a busy end to the week with we've got the FOMC minutes tomorrow night, and we've also got CPI Thursday. So all eyes on that, really.
Now, mate. Now. It'll all be better. It'll be better soon.
1 pip.
1 pip.
1 pip. 1 pip.
I was 1 pip away, maybe 1.5 here. And then it just went and stopped me out. It went to 9.50 and then it turned around and took me out. I don't regret the trade. Maybe I do regret having such a big stop loss. Could have narrowed my stop loss. That would have given me I would have hit then a double or whatever. I would have took profit, but hey ho, we'll make it back tomorrow. It was 1 pip away, I just thought, and it moved back so quickly. like literally a minute, and then it was back at below 1.5. So if you have a look at this, it's like here, look, it hit here, and then within a minute it was below 1.5. So it had this strong red candle down. I just thought it would hit the take profit. I didn't. The trade was the same tomorrow. I'd take the same trade. I might just alter the stop loss. I was a bit. I think maybe because it was more money, I gave myself a bigger stop loss than what I would have done originally. I would have probably given it 25 instead of 35. And if I did it with 25, I would have been out for a 2-to-1 maybe. But maybe the larger balance made me think I was giving myself more of protection, if you like. I might change Cable's name to my ex-wife's. It bent me over.
Morning everyone. Listen up. Obviously you've got main news event of the week today.
Off of that news,
don't have to remind you all what it is. What we want you to do by 12 o'clock today is put together individually, put together a trading plan.
To tell you that you're doing good.
So for how you're going to approach
you trade.
the news release.
You do, and it
Are
was
you
a
going to trade
decent,
the news?
and it's still a
What you
decent
expect to happen
entry.
if the figure's better than expected, if it's worse than expected, if it comes in as expected.
It worked out exactly how I thought it was going to work out.
So I just want you to have a plan for sort of all the scenarios. And then what...
Yeah, right now I am 1.5 down.